Here's something most people never realize. When others overlook you or don't take you seriously, it's often not because you lack talent, intelligence, or potential. More often, it's because of one habit that quietly signals to everyone around you, "You don't need to pay much attention to me." The surprising part is that many people repeat this habit every single day without even noticing it. But the good news is that the moment you become aware of it and start changing it, even in small ways, people begin to see you differently. Conversations shift, respect grows. Some people become more interested in you, and yes, a few may even feel uncomfortable with the change. That discomfort is often proof that something about your presence has become stronger. Let's talk about what actually creates that shift. Step 1. Stop being so easy to predict. Human beings naturally categorize others. We do it automatically to make sense of the world. Someone becomes the funny one, the quiet one, the helper, or the one who never says no. If you spent years always agreeing, always being available, and always putting everyone else first, people begin to assume that's all there is to you. Not because they're cruel, but because you've shown them the same pattern over and over again. To change that, you don't need to transform your personality overnight. You just need to break the pattern occasionally. If you usually stay silent in discussions, share a thought or ask a question. If you're always the first to help, sometimes say, "I can't take this on right now." If you usually agree with everything, express a different viewpoint respectfully. Moments like these make people pause and reassess you. They realize there's more depth and independence there than they had assumed. That alone can make you more memorable and more respected. Step 2. Treat your time like it has value. One reason people overlook someone's time is simple. They see that the person doesn't guard it. When you drop everything the moment someone calls, reply instantly to every message, or wait around endlessly for others, you unintentionally send a message that your schedule, and by extension, your priorities, aren't very important. Valuing your time doesn't mean becoming rude or distant. It means moving with intention. Finish what you're saying before turning to respond to someone calling you. Walk into a room with a calm confidence instead of scanning anxiously for approval. Allow yourself a little space before replying to messages rather than feeling pressured to respond immediately. When you show that your time matters to you, others begin to treat it the same way. Step 3. Stop apologizing for things that don't require an apology. There's a difference between taking responsibility for a mistake and apologizing simply for existing. Many people say sorry out of habit. Sorry for asking questions, sorry for sharing ideas, sorry for taking up space. Over time, this creates an impression that they feel like a burden, even when they're not. A small change in language can make a powerful difference. Instead of saying, "Sorry, I'm late," you might say, "Thank you for waiting." Instead of, "Sorry to bother you," try, "Do you have a moment?" Instead of softening every opinion with an apology, simply state what you think. These subtle shifts communicate confidence and self-respect, and people often respond to that energy in a positive way. Step 4. Learn the strength of silence. Silence makes many people uncomfortable, which is why they rush to fill it. They speak too quickly, over-explain, or say more than they really need to. But calm, unhurried speech carries a different kind of presence. The next time someone asks you a question, pause for a brief moment before answering. Not long enough to feel awkward, just enough to show that you're thinking. Speak clearly and at a measured pace. When you slow down, your words carry more weight. Instead of sounding like you're seeking approval, you sound like someone who chooses their words carefully. That small difference can change how seriously people listen to you. Step 5. Be willing to walk away. This may be the most important point of all. The person who isn't desperate to stay in every situation often commands the most respect. That doesn't mean being arrogant or indifferent. It means recognizing your own worth. If someone repeatedly treats you poorly, you don't always need to argue or prove a point. Sometimes the strongest response is simply to step back, end the conversation, or remove yourself from the situation. When people realize you won't accept disrespect just to keep the peace, they often rethink how they treat you. And even if they don't, you've protected your self-respect, which matters more. The real takeaway: respect isn't something you can demand or wait for. It grows naturally from the way you carry yourself and the boundaries you set. Be less predictable in small, thoughtful ways. Value your time and energy. Speak without unnecessary apologies. Slow down and let your words have space. And remember that walking away is sometimes the strongest statement you can make. Start with even one of these changes, and you may notice people responding differently. Practice all of them consistently, and you'll gradually become someone others pay attention to. Not because you demanded it, but because your actions quietly communicated your worth. And when that shift happens, don't be surprised. You didn't become a different person, you simply allowed others to see the strength that was already there.